Hello, my dear students. I am Jayanti from Economics Department. A warm welcome to today's session. This is second chapter in Part A, Collection of Data, Volume 2.2. I think everybody is enjoying learning in e-classes. Please don't waste your time. As we know, time and tide waits for none. Keep separate notebook for each subject, write points, and prepare your own notes daily because little drops of water makes a mighty ocean. Don't hesitate to clear your doubts. If you have any doubts in the subject, just contact us. We are always here to clear your doubts. I personally request everyone to follow this. Let's get into the subject. In the last session, we have seen the meaning of collection of data. Let's recall. Collection of data means gathering of information. From where we obtain data is called as sources of data. There are two sources of data, primary data and secondary data. Enumerator is a person who collects the data. Respondent is a person who gives information. The enumerator may collect the data by conducting an inquiry or an investigation. Such data are called primary data. This inquiry may be about the name, gender, nationality, educational qualification, designation, etc. For example, suppose you want to know about the popularity of a film star among school students. For this, you will have to inquire from a large number of school students by asking questions from them to collect the desired information. The data you get is an example of primary data. Primary data are collected for the first time, so they are original in character. They are first-hand information. They are fresh data. Collection of primary data requires more time, money, and manpower. Let us see what are secondary data and what are the sources of secondary data. Secondary data are second-hand data. Secondary data are those data that have already been collected by others. For example, after collecting the data on the popularity of the cricket star among college students, you may publish a report. If somebody uses this report for a similar study, it becomes a secondary data. Thus, secondary data are the data originally collected by someone else but used by the investigator. Collection of secondary data does not require more money and manpower. It also saves time and cost. Published sources and unpublished sources are the sources of secondary data. First, we will see the published sources of secondary data. The published sources of secondary data are international bodies like the IMF, UNO, etc. The main government publications are Report on Currency and Banking, Statistical Abstract of India, Reserve Bank of India Bulletin, Agricultural Statistics of India, etc. Reports of committees or commissions appointed by the government, semi-government publications, books written by economists, newspapers, periodicals, etc. Unpublished sources. After collecting the data, the researchers may keep their papers or findings in the institutions or universities. If these papers are used by others with the permission of the concerned bodies or persons, then it becomes unpublished sources of secondary data. The most common type of instrument used in surveys is questionnaire. A set of printed or written questions are known as questionnaires. While preparing the questionnaire, we should keep in mind the following points. The questionnaire should not be too long. Too many questions may discourage the respondent from answering. The series of questions should move from general to specific. The question should be precise, that is accurate and clear. The question should enable the respondents to answer quickly, correctly and clearly. The question should not use double negatives like would not you or don't you should be avoided, as they lead to unfair response. Avoid leading questions which give a clue about how the respondent should answer. The question should not indicate alternative to the answer. For example, would you like to do a job after college or be a housewife? Such type of questions should be avoided. The questionnaire may consist of closed-ended or open-ended questions. Closed-ended questions can either be a two-way or a multiple choice question. Open-ended questions allow for more individualized responses. That's all students for today's session. Let us meet in the next session. Thank you.